Hey everyone, this is Abby Lampe, two-time cheese rolling champion. I would like to shout out the ISE department at NC State. Thanks so much for all your support.
First of all, congratulations. We didn't know you were going to do it again. I guess that was kind of a secret.
I told my friends and family it, but I didn't want like the whole NC State community to know because if I did lose, I didn't want everyone to know that I would lose, like I lost.
What made you compete again? What made you decide to do it?
So I don't want to keep clinging on to like the victory that I won 2 years ago. People would recognize me in Raleigh and they're like, oh, like she's the cheese girl. And then people would be like, what? And then I'd have to explain that I won this competition 2 years ago. So it was becoming outdated. And I didn't want to just like be the person who keeps going to their high school even though they graduated. So I
Yeah.
wanted to renew the title and the competition and compete again so that it would be refreshed.
How did your ISE degree help you in preparing for this race?
Yeah, I studied like the most optimal and efficient ways of rolling down the hill. And I think the most optimal for me is rolling, like completely rolling, disregarding trying to do it by foot, because then you lose your momentum and then you have to start up back up again. So I think like the engineering background and like understanding of like the mechanics behind that really helped like solidify what strategy I was going to use.
So how did you improve your process over your first race?
I think I was in a better position this time. So I knew how the race was working more this time just because I had experienced it 2 years ago. And so placement of where I was on the hill was really big. And then also um, the direction of where I was going. 2 years ago, I basically rolled across like the whole width of the hill
Mhm.
because I started at the left and I went all the way to the right. And so this time I wanted to start on the left a little bit, but not as great as 2 years ago. And so I think that worked out well.
Okay, so you've won the race now twice. What has been different after winning the race than say the last time?
Yeah. So 2 years ago, I was still living in Europe. So I didn't get to experience the hype around in the US with the community in North Carolina and the NC State community. So I've been able to experience it fully this time, which has been really fun. So I flew back home on Tuesday and I went to the bell tower and there were people waiting for me there, which was so fun. I was like, I've waited for people here. I've never been the guest of honor. Like I've gotten interviewed and been on like 101.5, the
Hmm.
radio station here, and like CNN and having the New York Times interview me and like post an article was kind of surreal. So just these like nuggets of media attention has been really big. I'm able to enjoy it more just being around Raleigh.
The next question, are you going to compete next year?
If my schedule allows it, I am happy to go back. Um, I think it'd be fun to try to get another championship and hurl my way down the hill.
What advice have you got for our current students?
You only have one life, so make the most of it, live your life to the fullest, and make experiences, do things.